Hello, everybody. Mr. Hauk here again, coming to you from my living room this time. Got my partner here, Cosmo. He's gonna contribute a lot to this this discussion. I'll say hi, Cos. All right, he's a little shy, but he'll come around. Okay, so hope everybody is getting lots of work done on their parlay. Still a few of you that have to submit some responses, but it's good to see that almost every single person in school has gotten started on it. Remember that everything needs to be done for Wednesday. Ideally, you should be finished the questions by today, and then that gives you a few days to have an opportunity to go back and respond to some other people, see what they wrote. Tell them what you agree with, what you disagree with, ask them maybe to have some questions. You can respond back to the people that leave comments. We want to have a little discussion. So anyway, I'm going to go over a couple things that have come up as issues. I got a bunch of emails from people about a couple of specific things. So I want to go over those today so that going forward, these are not problems for you guys. So this is a screen that you'll see here. It's exactly the same as what you guys are seeing. Obviously, these questions on the side here are different because this is a different topic. It's just an example, but it's the same idea. Read the stuff here, watch the videos, all that stuff, and then you write your responses here. Now, what a lot of you have done is down here at the bottom, you can see it says skip to discussion. A lot of you have clicked that before you've answered the questions. Ideally, what you would do is you would answer the questions first. So you go 1, blah, 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 blah. 2, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, you're using lots of evidence, examples. You're saying, oh, in that video I saw, they talked about this happened, or the article I read. You're including that in your answer. So after you answer the questions, you should click down here where it says submit your responses. But a lot of you have gone to skip discussion. Okay, are you sure you want to skip? You click yes. I don't know. Okay, you don't need to do that. You shouldn't really be doing that. Because you're still going to have to answer the question. So what happens now is you're considered an observer. You can see what other people wrote, but you haven't still answered any of the questions yet. So how do we get? We have to figure out how to get back to answering the questions. So I'll show you how to do that. This website here ever decides to work. Just keep waiting, I suppose. Cosmo, you got anything you want to add? No? Okay, you're not being very helpful. Alright. What is going on here? Alright, there we go. Alright, so these are all the responses everybody else has made. That's Sue in the background you can hear. She might join us later. So these are all the things that everyone else has written, but so you can read other people's responses, you can respond to them, but you still haven't answered the questions yet. So how do I get back there? So if you come over on this side of the page, you're going to see the list of everybody who's responded. You have to find your name, and it is more likely that your name is going to be in the observer section. So you can scroll down, you see observers, okay, and there I am. See the little me? That's me. So I click my name, and I haven't entered anything yet. I haven't done it because I skipped that part. So I need to click this little pink text that says write my response. And then that will take me back to the questions where I will then answer them. And then I can come back to the screen when I'm done and I can see what everyone else wrote and comment on their stuff. So click that. Got it. So okay, and now I'm back here and I can questions. So do not press this skip to discussion section. Okay, if you do that when it's hit cancel. If you still skip it, find your name on the left and then click on that little pink text that says write my response. Now let's say I do write my response. I've got lots of really good stuff to say. Okay, I'm just talking about all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. All right. Now I'm going to submit my response. I think I did a great job, 100%. I submit my response, and eventually something will happen. Okay, got it. Now I'm back at that feedback, or now I'm back at that comments area where I can see everybody else's work. So now that I'm done, now it's okay for me to be here. I shouldn't be here, though, before then. So one of the issues that come up is we have left feedback on everybody that's finished. If you haven't got it yet, check back in a couple hours. I'm sure you'll get some. We want you to read what we wrote to you and edit your work and change it. We want you to fix some of the mistakes before we mark it next week. So some of you have asked, well, once I submit it, how do I edit my work? So that's the next thing I'm going to show you. Is now that my answer is in here, suppose you get some feedback and it says that I didn't use enough evidence, that I needed some specific examples from the textbook or from the articles or from the videos that I watched. So I didn't have enough of that in my answers. So I do the same thing. Find me right here. Okay, click my response, and then you can see this little button here that says edit my response. I'm going to click that, and it should take me back to the screen where I get to answer the questions. And now I can add all my stuff that I missed before to make sure that my answers are even better. Okay, so maybe I forgot to answer a question. Okay, I didn't use enough evidence. I didn't use proper capital letters, all that stuff. You can see that it saves it automatically down there in the corner for you. Now I'm all done. I can go back. I fixed up all my mistakes. And I will go back to the responses at some point. There we go. All right. So you can see now it's got that second little bit I added in there. Make sure you guys are paying attention. We've put a few sentence starters in this comment section for you. These are the kind of to get you started talking to each other, if that helps. Few other things. If you click on assessment on your work next week, you'll be able to see kind of what your mark is. This isn't something that other people can see. They won't see what your mark is, but you'll get to see what yours is. So this one's being marked on critical thinking, communication, collaboration. Yours that we gave you guys have a couple other things on there, so you'll want to make sure you look at those. And make sure that you check that feedback, edit your response. And oh, there's Sue. She decided to come say hi. Yeah, she's real impressed with my video. So, if you end up in this as an observer, find your name on the side, click write my response, go back, edit your response, or write your response. If we tell you to edit something, click the little edit tool right there, and you can change your answers that way. I think those are two of the big issues that came up. If you're still having any trouble with anything, send your social teacher an email. Hope that takes care of two of the big issues. Try very hard to get those responses in right away. We want everything completely done for Wednesday. So that means you have to have your answers in, and you have to have commented on at least 2 other people's work. Remember, you're being marked on not only the work you do, but also the effort you put into your comments on each other's answers. So don't write things like, this was fun to read, or you did a good job. That's not constructive feedback. Tell them what you think they got right, what did they get wrong. Maybe they said something that you have a question about. Ask those things. Just do it in a respectful way. So stay tuned for next week when we will release your next topic. Until then, make sure you get this finished, and if you have any questions, let your social teacher know. All right, last chance. Anything at all. So, anything at all. All right, guys, take care. We'll talk to you soon.